Go ahead.
So I graduated from medical school in 1951, and then I was doing house surgery and all those things. And in 1954, I entered the government service. That means the government service as an assistant surgeon. Okay. Like I said, in government service, they frequently keep transferring. Okay. So you won't believe the starting pay was 200 rupees in those days per month. And then gradually it went up, but not by too much. Even when I left the country as a civil surgeon, the salary was only about 700 or 800 rupees. Okay, anyway, but in those days we were able to live without money and also save, because saving is one of the things that we learned when growing up. And I wish all of you could learn that habit of saving, not spend, not waste money. But anyway, in 54 I joined the Madras Medical Service, and in 56 I got married. Of course, the marriages those days were all arranged marriage, okay? And also, whatever the parents say, we did it, because they used to do it for the good of you. And they used to find a bride or bridegroom according to the status and education and things like that. So if the two parents meet, and many of them you won't even see the bride. So my parents and her parents, they were negotiating, and one of the important aspects is horoscope. They will have to match the horoscope, okay? And that's how we are all married, and it worked out well. And so they finally, in the last stage, after everything is agreed, then only they said, they showed me her picture. You have a picture, no? The one that is standing there. So that picture, of course, that's the only thing I approved of that. And I don't know whether she got my picture or not, but the girls didn't have much say in those days. Okay.
Did you see Dad's picture, Mom?
Yeah. See, the other thing is, the custom in those days is the bridegroom's family will go to the bride's house, and the bride will be dressed up and all those things, and she won't even look up, and when the head bent, and she'll come and serve coffee or tiffin like that. And then they used to ask her to sing and all those things, to test her, what shall I say, abilities in accomplishments, music and of any instrument like. But anyway, so finally we agreed. But then what happened was, there's a big ceremony, marriage. 2 days before itself there will be Bandakal. Bandakal means they will, like marriage tent, they'll put the legs for those things. And then every there will be some what is called Nalanga. They'll have some music and all those things. And their parents, our parents will go there, and then she will be seated, and they'll put some, chandanam, sandal and all those things, and put it over her hand and her head and forehead and all those things. And similarly, they will also come and do it for the groom. That is the part I did not like. Okay? So I told my mom, I don't want this. you have to skip this one. What she said was, she will agree for whatever you say. She said, okay, you can, but we try to make it as fast as possible or something like that. But she did agree. But then I believe they insisted on having this. So what I did was I left the house, and with Ramamurthy and his children, I went to a movie. So when they came, I was not there. So they were all very upset. Then they came and located me in the theatre house and brought me back. Okay. So it is not that I did not want, not that I was against the marriage, but I was against this particular ritual. Okay. I did not want that. But anyway, it was done, and we got married. And we were married on the 25th of January. And her parents, she lived in Nugambakkam, Melpadi Muthunaikkal Street, and I lived in 28 Manikit Street, Chulai. So after the wedding, for I think first week or so, I spent in their house. And then afterward, the custom is for the bride to move to the groom's house. Okay? Of course, in those days, all joint family only, not new. So she came and she lived with us in the Manikit Street house until 59 or so. 59, I was transferred because I was in government service. I was transferred from Madras to Tiruvarur, which was the taluk headquarters in Tanjore district, which is now called Tanjavur. Anyway, it is a 50-bedded hospital for which I was the medical officer in charge. There were two doctors, one a male doctor, which was me, as medical director, medical officer. The other one was a lady doctor. Okay. Now the system then is the lady doctor would take care of the female patients, the men doctor would take care of the men patients. But any complication, the men doctor would have to interfere. Okay, that was the way it was. So before that, we moved out of the house in 59. But in 56, of course, she was pregnant and Bhuvan was born in November. She was born in Mandavali. There was a nursing home, even like a birthing center. A lady doctor would come doing that, and she was born there. And then the baby also was brought to our house. We lived together. And in 58, Jay was born. The same nursing home, the same place. And so when she was born, of course, we were expecting a boy. Anyway, so initially we were trying to, this used to be the custom in those days, we were trying to dress her up like a boy. I think you'll see some picture or so, Jay, where you can't recognize. They have the close cut and the shorts and all this. Well, it's even Kedar has been dressed like a girl, because they don't have a girl, then they try to dress her. But anyway, so after 58 and 59, we moved out to Tiruvarur. Tiruvarur, like I said, I was the medical officer, and we were there. And I think, we were by ourselves, but sometimes they used to come, her parents, mother used to come and stay for some time, but not too long. Anyway, so I was very popular there in Tiruvallur because I was doing a lot of surgery, because I was trained in surgery here, and I was also really had a passion for that, and I did a lot of surgery, and even think that they were never done in that hospital, because that hospital was very poorly equipped, not adequately equipped for anyone. But being a medical officer in charge, I used to buy certain instruments and endoscopes and all those things. You know, in government bureaucracy, the red tape, they limit your spending. They'll say, for one item you can only spend about 50 rupees. Okay, we used to circumvent that by breaking into different items. Like, for instance, I bought a laryngoscope to give anesthesia. It costs about 350 rupees. So he had to charge separately for the barrel, separately for the thing, separately for the bulb, and each 150. I like that added up. So I did all. I mean, because I was so enthusiastic in doing it. And the lady doctor never used to do any surgery. They used to take care of the deliveries, okay, labor. But even that, when it becomes complicated, I'll have to interfere, okay, because I was trained in things, and I also worked in the maternity hospital for some time. I'd done cesarean sections even before I moved out to Tiruvallur. So I was doing cesareans, I was doing general surgery, and I was doing orthopedic surgery because I was trained in orthopedic. I was doing abdominal surgery, everything. And in that particular place, it had a bad reputation of the doctors demanding money. And some of the doctors won't even see the patient unless money is paid. But that was, I did not do that. Because I like to work, I like to do this, you know. So whatever that comes, I used to take it. And if somebody is happy, and very often they will just bring a plate of fruits and betel nut and betel leaves and things like that, you know, and sometimes some clothes, and sometimes they also used to pay, but I never used to ask them on demand. So I became very popular there. I was doing a lot of surgery. And what happened was, one day, in that area, there was a dacoit in a place called Amayappan, and it's a village area, so they are all poorly developed. And in that there was a terror. Nobody after dark will go by that side. Even the carts and buses also, buses will not stop there. Okay? He used to drink, and he used to have a big knife. He has hit so many people. He has murdered also, and he has raped, did all sorts of things. He's only in his 20s, early 20s. He was such a terror in that area. Okay. So this guy, in the medical officer's duties, one of the duties is when the police find somebody drunk. Prohibition was enforced at that time. So anybody who is drunk is committing a felony. Okay. So he'll have to be brought to the doctor, and the doctor has to certify that he is drunk. So they will come even in the middle of the night and all those things. This is one of our job, some responsibilities, job description. So this guy was, everybody was afraid. Even the police will be afraid to go near him. Okay, and so he was never got. The police never picked him up because they were afraid. Finally, one police sub-inspector by name Prince, he was a daredevil. He was transferred to this place. He was there. This guy is a very brave fellow. He has caught so many violent criminals and dacoits and all those things. And single-handedly he'll go and beat them up and tie them up and bring them. Okay? So this guy was drunk and Prince got him arrested. He was brought to my house for certification. So he threatened me that to kill me if I go that side, if I certify. So anyway, I certified drunk. So he was put in the jail. Why? But what is the jail? They come out after some time. So he was sending threats that he is going to hurt me. So even people, even the sub-inspector, and things, I used to go on home visit also. If I am going that side, this sub-inspector would say, "You let me know, I'll escort you," or something like that. But anyway, nothing happened. But afterwards, what happened was, this guy's atrocities were so out of bound, out of reach, So people got fed up, and somebody has to stand up against him. And there was a small temple, the wayside, the Kali temple and something like that. And there was a priest, a young priest who was doing the puja for that. And the Kali, they used to have a spear. The Kali will be decorated with spear and all this. And this guy raped his sister or something like that, the priest's sister. So he was so mad, he wanted to do something, but he was helpless. One day, he was so drunk, he was absolutely unable to move. He took advantage of that. And what this guy did was, he took the spear from the Kali and stabbed him in his chest. When he stabbed him in his chest, he went out of breath because the lungs were punctured. And then what he did was, he put a piece of wood and put his hand and cut him off, amputated the whole hand. One hand, and the other hand was hanging, and the leg also, one leg was cut, but not completely. So like that. And he was bleeding. So the message came to me when I was, it's about 15, 20 miles. We don't have a telephone or anything. It has to be, somebody will have to send the message through the bus driver or bus, So the message came saying that his name was Rajamanikam, as he had been badly beaten up or cut up. He is not going to survive. Okay? But anyway, the police has to go and investigate. The policeman went in a cycle to that place and he saw him, he was badly. And it is the responsibility to bring the patient to the hospital. And there was no ambulance in those days. There were not even motor vehicles except very few private cars and the buses. Mostly the bullock carts. The local people who own bullock carts. Nobody will give the bullock cart. Everybody refused to give the bullock cart to transport him. Finally, they were able to get somebody with an open, not even a closed bullock cart, with some hay and all those things, put him on that. And they were coming. So I got the message saying that he's coming to Tiruvarur for treatment. And immediately so many people from that village And also in the surrounding people came and said, "Doctor, don't treat him because let him die. He's he's done atrocities, so we got to do." And even his own father, he came and said, "Don't treat him," because he could not stand him. Okay. Anyway, what to do? I can see. I was sort of very conscientious, and I said, if he comes alive, I'll have to do whatever I can. I may not be able to save him, but if he dies in the end, it's okay. But I'll have to attempt. So they brought him. This guy was really, he was alive, and so brought him almost in the night. I operated on him and closed the chest wound, and then amputated the arm, and the other arm, the nerve was cut. I did all sorts of patchwork. It took a long time, and then I just sent to the ward, one of the recovery ward. Recovery ward, same thing. And there the father came, and then also he said, "I told you not to, what to do." Yeah, but he survived, He survived. But then what happened was, because he was stabbed in the chest with a sort of an unsterilized thing, so it got infected. It developed what is called empyema, that is pus in the pleural cavity. So he was in the hospital, and his temperature was spiking and all those things. Then we took an X-ray and found that this is what is. So I did another operation. I had to cut the ribs, and then drain the empyema. So it took a couple of months for him to recover. He recovered and he went. So, believe it or not, he was completely turned around after the incident. The guy who threatened to kill me or hurt me started to respect me. Okay, and even after that, when I went to Thiruvarur, after coming to States, when I went to Thiruvarur one time, he came to see me.
He wasn't put in jail?
Huh?
Did he go to jail?
For that, the guy who
The one that you...
stabbed him?
No.
No, this guy was hurt. No, But for all the other previous crimes, they could not find one witness who will testify, because he was such a terror, just like the mafia. Okay, so this taught him a lesson, and he became more pious and innocuous, and so he's completely become a different man. Anyway, that is the
when Tiagu and the dad went to this time Kalse, actually he came and wall daddy's legs and...
Yeah,
Oh,
one
really?
time when we went, after coming here, when I go to India, I went there. Then he came and saw me. Because I used to go to the Mutt in Thiruvarur, and he came and saw me there.
How he had a flower shop, I believe.
Yeah. So he was doing legitimate business, and living a livelihood. I'm glad to know that. But anyway, he's a different man, and he's not a terror anymore. And the police did not even file a complaint against the person who stabbed him, because they didn't want to. They said somebody stabbed him, nobody could be identified. Okay, but everybody knows that this is the guy who stabbed. Anyway, that's the way life was in that area. And of course, I did a lot of other surgeries also, lot of cesarean sections. Whenever the patient comes there, even forceps delivery, the lady doctor will not be able to do it, and then he will call me. They'll call me in, and I have to do that. And like that, I did a lot of surgery. I was there in Thiruvarur from 59 to 62 or 3 years or so. Like I said, every 3 years they transfer you. So in 61, Thiagu was born in Thiruvarur. Okay? And he was born at home. And one of the midwives from the hospital came and helped the delivery, and he was born at home. And I don't know, but there's a picture in the thing also. In Thiruvarur, the hospital employees, and Bhuvan also is there, and Bhuvan Jay is there. Yeah, Amy. So 61 he was born, and 62, late in 62, I was transferred from there on a promotion to Kadalur. Okay, in Kadalur, it was a district headquarters hospital. Even there, the DMO, the district medical officer, he was not doing anything, and he used to let me do everything, any surgery, because everybody knew that I was trained in surgery. So I was doing a lot of surgery there also, but it was only for 1 year. By that time, I took my exam and I passed my MS, so I got to Madras. I was transferred to Medical College, Chandy Medical College, as a teaching staff. So in Kadalur, I used to go to the officers' club there, Cosmopolitan Club in the evening, and we used to play tennis, and then following after that, they were playing cards, both rummy and bridge. So I used to sit. There was a district judge by name Sita Ram, and he and 3 or 4 other people used to play bridge. So I got fascinated by the game. I used to just sit and watch. And then I took the seat. I also started playing. And then of course I had to come away. Within a year or so I was transferred to Stanley Medical College. And I was there for 64 to 67, 3 years. And then I was promoted. They gave me a promotion. See, the ranks were assistant surgeon, then civil surgeon. So I was made a civil surgeon like DMO or something like that. And I was they have started a medical college in Chindamveli, which is a remote corner in South India. Okay, it was a district headquarters hospital. They just changed the name to Tirunelveli Medical College Hospital, and they sent me as a superintendent. Okay, and naturally the DMO was there. He didn't like the university people coming and taking over. So there's some rubs and things. He'll give me a hard time and all. Anyway, he said, I was there for 2-3 years, 67 to 70. I was getting fed up there because there's no money, no practice. And even without practice, if I at least had a job satisfaction, okay, I like to do surgery, and I was not able to do that because there is no facility. There is no oxygen. There used to be about half a dozen cylinders, okay, and when they get empty, you have to send it to Madras, and then it will take about a week or 10 days turnaround to come back filled. And when it is filled and comes back, and we were 3 surgeons. Everybody will post cases, and within 1 day all the cylinders will be gone. So the rest of the days you have to be idle. Idle means not general anesthesia, but small things like local, and I was not interested in that. Because I had an assistant and also medical students. I used to take classes for the medical students, and I gave everything to my assistant to take care of. Because the major surgery, abdominal surgery and all, we're not able to do it. And say once in 3 weeks or so, when the cylinder arrives, then we can post a couple of cases. That's it. So I got fed up. By then, the country also had become deteriorated. The government service, the government servants, everybody, everything is deteriorated. Like I said, when I graduated from medical school and went to the general hospital, it was so spick and span. Later on, it became so dirty. When you walk by, you can smell the urine smell, and it was so dirty. So anyway, so because there's no discipline, and the Congress was in power until 67 or so. 67 or so. When they were in power for such a long time, some 52 to 67, 15 years,